All right, let's talk about how to make a single scoop of ice cream. Just one, just for you. All right, so a couple things. I've already washed my hands, my hair is up, all those things have happened. When you guys are making ice cream in class, you're gonna have individualized containers of things. So the milks and things that you're gonna be using are gonna be in pre-measured individualized cups, things like that. It's gonna cut down on cross-contamination and it's gonna allow us for a faster cleanup since we have to do things slightly differently. It's gonna be really important when you are doing your lab that you stay in your specified area in the kitchen. So observe those X's on the floor and you're gonna work at the counter space nearest your X. That's gonna make sure that we maintain that social distancing, okay? So the things you're gonna need for this, okay? We're using two different kinds of milk. We're gonna use whole milk, okay? It's one with the red label. Okay, whole milk is about 4.5% milk fat. We're gonna use half and half, which is a mixture of milk and cream, half milk, half cream. It's got a higher fat content. Fat is what makes ice cream silky. It's what makes it smooth. It's what makes it feel nice on your tongue. So we want a higher fat dairy product, okay? We're gonna use a little bit of granulated sugar, that's white sugar, okay? Some vanilla, we're making vanilla ice cream, okay? We need ice to freeze it, ice cream salt to make it extra cold, and it expedites the freezing process. And then we need two different Ziploc bags, okay? Do you wanna make some ice cream? I don't know why. Anyways, so we have a sandwich size and a quart size, okay? You're gonna need a half of a teaspoon measuring spoon and a tablespoon measuring spoon, okay? And because I don't have everything pre-measured today, I'm gonna be using a liquid measuring cup. If you're making this at home, you're also gonna want a liquid measuring cup, okay? So first things first, my bags are already open, ready to go. I'm gonna start by rolling the top of my smaller bag so it stays open, okay? All right, and it will just kind of sit on my counter, okay? I'll lower this down so you guys can see the counter. All right, so from here, my sandwich bag, I've got it opened, sitting on the counter. All right, now we're gonna measure the milks. I need 1/4 cup of each kind of milk. When you're measuring at home, your liquids, you need to be measuring in a liquid measuring cup, and you want to measure at eye level. You should be looking at where the milk hits. So I have 1/4 cup of whole milk, and now I need 1/4 cup of half and half. 1/4 plus 1/4 equals 1/2 cup. So I put in 1/4, now I'm gonna put in another 1/4, and it's gonna raise that line to the 1/2 cup line, okay? So there you go. For 1/2 cup, 4 ounces. I'm gonna add my milk to my Ziploc bag, okay? You can see because the bag is open, it's gonna sit up off the counter like that, okay? Get all the milks out. This is done. I've already started a soapy sink over here. So when you're done with your utensils, put them right into your soapy sink. It will expedite the cleanup process, okay? From here, I need to add my sugar. Again, your sugar is going to be out for you in a small container. So it's going to be in a cupcake liner. So you'll be measuring out of a cupcake liner. Okay, but you need 1 tablespoon of sugar. Put that right in there. And we need 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. So I'm going to open up my vanilla. The vanilla will also be in small cups, but you will need to pour it into your measuring spoon from the small cup. Okay. All right. Perfect. So once I'm done with those, I'm going to put it right in there. Now I'm going to fold the bag back up, seal it almost all the way, and now I want to get as much air out of the bag as possible. Okay. And I just use my counter to help me with that. So you guys can see right here the sugar, okay? It's a lighter color. The sugar we need to dissolve. So I just take it and just massage the bag gently. Okay, this will dissolve the sugar. The reason we want to dissolve it is because otherwise we're going to have crunchy ice cream, okay? And you'll also have ice cream that's not as sweet if the sugars aren't dissolved, okay? So I'm just going to kind of Gently massage the bag. I'm not like shaking it vigorously. I'm not poking it. I'm just kind of rubbing it until I don't feel the salt crystals in the bag anymore, or the sugar crystals in the bag anymore. Okay. All right. Olaf is ready to make some ice cream. So now I'm going to put my sandwich size bag inside my quart size bag. Okay. All right. From here, I'm going to add 1 cup of ice. Okay. My bags are closed, or my sandwich bag is closed. I'm going to put the ice over the sandwich bag. Okay. I'm just making all kinds of a mess, guys. Okay. So my ice is going in there. All right. Not that this is dirty, but it does need to be dried. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in there. Okay. And now, before I close this up, I need to add ice cream salt. The ice cream salt, okay, salt is going to raise the freezing point, which means the ice is going to get colder. Okay, we're going to create a chemical thermodynamic reaction. Okay, so the salt, I need a tablespoon of salt. I'm going to measure it over my sink. It tends to spill. Okay, you'll notice this is not like the type of salt you put on your French fries. It's big. These are crystals. Okay, this will mean that they don't dissolve as quickly in the melting ice. So I sprinkle the salt over there. Okay, again, I want to get as much air out as possible. Okay, it's a little bit harder with something that's not smooth, but we're going to do our best. Seal it up really well. Run your hands over the seam multiple times. That way you make sure that there's no leaking. Okay, once everything is in there, okay, I am now going to take a towel, because it's about to get really cold, guys. Okay, I'm going to kind of fold this over on itself so the ice is on the outside of the milk. I'm just going to roll it up nice and snug like a burrito. Okay, nice and tight, nice and tight, nice and tight. Now I've got these 2 handles and I can shake, and you're going to shake for about 8 to 10 minutes. Okay, so we'll come back and see what it looks like in 8 to 10 minutes. All right, so we're gonna do a quick check-in. I've been shaking for about 6 or 7 minutes right now. So I'm gonna show you guys what we're dealing with. Okay, so I've unwrapped it, and you can see now that the ice cream is kind of congealed and solid. Okay, if I squeeze it, it feels like soft serve, like you get like a Dairy Queen or something. Okay, so it's almost there. We want it just enough that it holds together. You'll also see my towel is a little wet. Okay, it's okay if that happens. It's not a big deal. It's totally expected. You just want to make sure that you're keeping a good eye on what's happening and you don't spring a massive leak, but a little leak is okay. Okay, so if while you're shaking it gets loose and you need to rewrap, then do that. Okay, you do have to shake this the whole time. If you're not shaking it, it will not freeze. So yes, your arms are going to get tired, but I promise it is worth it. All right, so once you've hit that 8 to 10 minute mark and your ice cream is pretty solid, you're going to unwrap it. Okay, you're going to unwrap it. You're going to want to take out the Ziploc. While it's in the bag, okay, it should be kind of firm, harder to open. Okay, you're going to want to open it up, make sure you get all the ice chunks out of it, set it on your towel. Dump your ice water into the sink, right? We do not need to save that ice water, okay? The bag will go in the trash in a little bit, okay? Take your towel and wipe the bag off. The reason you want to do this is because the bag has been covered in that salt water. And when you open the bag up, you don't want a bunch of salt water to go rushing into your ice cream. That would be super yucky, okay? Another thing you want to make sure you do is the seam right here. You want to open it and then dry in the seam, okay? All right. So once that's all done, your bag's nice and dry, you can open the bag and you guys can see, okay, it's pretty solid, all right? You're just going to eat it right out of the bag. It'll save us on cleanup. So just kind of shake the bag a little bit. All right. Roll the top open so it stays. And there you go. Vanilla ice cream. Mm. Oh, it's so good, guys. So good. Mm. And it's soft. It's frozen, just like ice cream, in less than 10 minutes. That's kind of amazing, right? All right. Have fun making it.